New tonight, another twist in a bizarre Airbnb battle. 7 News has exclusively told you about a homeowner in Northeast D.C. who says a squatter has taken over her short-term rental. But that alleged squatter claims she's a tenant with rights. All new at 6 o'clock, our Felicia Ashley is learning this isn't the first time the so-called unwanted guest has refused to leave a property.
I found court records revealing that Romero stayed in multiple properties in and around D.C. rent-free for months while they went through the eviction process.
Court records show at your previous apartment you were also getting evicted for not paying rent. And
so that wasn't for that place, it was for a previous place where something happened during COVID when everyone was not receiving payment. I'm an entrepreneur and I also have a nonprofit.
Court records show Shadidra Romero faced eviction from 2 other D.C. properties before booking Roshane Douglas's Airbnb nearly a year ago.
You motherfucker, you fucked up, huh? You fucked up, huh? You know your ass is doomed.
I reviewed the records with real estate attorney Rich Bianco.
Scrolling down the docket here, she knows what she's doing. So this isn't the first rodeo.
Court records show that in October 2021, she had a year lease at the Jameson at Dakota Apartments. Those owners also filed a suit against Romero. It shows she stayed months past the end of her lease and did not pay anything between May 2022 and January 2023. She also signed a legal agreement to pay the Jameson $35,000 in back rent, but she did not follow through with that agreement. She was officially evicted 8 months after she stopped paying.
I did not go to court for eviction for Ava Noma.
5 days after she was evicted from the Jameson, records show she moved into Ava Noma. She paid 1 month's rent and owes them nearly $50,000. The property tried to evict her multiple times, but there was a fire, which I confirmed with DC Fire and DMS started in her unit while she was there.
Wait a minute. Ava Noma is the one showing that you were in the process of being evicted for paying 1 month's rent when you were there for 13.
So no, that would not be accurate.
Right.
Again, court documents show Romero filed a motion to delay the eviction, this time citing the fire and saying insurance needed to see the damage in the unit. She booked the Airbnb as she was getting evicted from that property. I found multiple tenant and landlord cases against her in and around D.C. when she went by a different name at the time. In addition to that, I saw at least a dozen liens against her, as well as a case claiming that she paid for a down payment for a vehicle and made no other payments after that. Now, since these discoveries, Romero has said that she is not speaking to us anymore. For now, reporting from the D.C. Bureau, Felicia Ashley, 7 News.
We got an update, y'all.
And today's 7, you're seeing it right there. I'm Scott Thuman.
And I'm Michelle Marsh. Our Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley has been exclusively reporting on this story for more than a week now. Today, a judge ruling in favor of the homeowner who says an Airbnb guest was trying to take her home.
Our Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley joining us now from that house where the judge says the squatter cannot stay anymore, has to get out. Felicia?
Before court, I spoke to D.C. homeowner Roshane Douglas. What have your dynamics been like with Ms. Romero since the last time we spoke?
We've had no contact directly since that time. Obviously, she had the van towed. She also denied the electrician to get in and came down here and filed a contempt that we didn't comply with the agreement.
I tried to check in with accused squatter Shadidra Romero when she showed up to court. Ms. Romero, would you like to...
She looked about crazy as hell, bro. She looked about crazy as hell.
Speak with us before the hearing.
I told you that I want to speak to you, so please leave me alone.
You don't want to say anything before the hearing? Filming is not allowed inside the D.C. courthouse, but I was inside the nearly 2-hour hearing. The judge upheld this agreement that I previously reported on. The homeowners had Romero sign it in October, but she didn't follow through. The homeowners agreed to pay her to leave their property. And in black and white, Romero confirmed she was a short-term Airbnb guest, not a tenant, that there is no lease, no tenancy, and that she has no tenant rights. The judge said you can evict her right now.
What are your plans? What are you about to do?
Evict her. She has to go. I need her out of the property so that I can try to regain the property and get back to my life.
Oh my God. Their mortgage was raised from $4,000 a month to nearly $10,000 a month. This is the landlords. This is a nightmare. When I said I don't want to be a landlord, I don't want to have to run up against this type of problem. I meant it. From $4,000 to $10,000. That's a $6,000 difference, yo.
Inside the courtroom for now, reporting live from Northeast DC. Felicia Ashley, 7 News.
All right, Felicia, thank you. And this story has been getting a lot of attention. People are invested in this story. We're seeing strong reaction from folks here in the DMV. Take a look, just a handful of the comments.
Yeah, this chick was a fucking scammer. And we got some more videos because old girl did a walkthrough. Hold on.
ABC 7, I'm sure many of you have seen the update where earlier today the judge ordered that the homeowners of the property you've been discussing in Northeast DC with the accused squatter, that the Airbnb guest has to leave. The homeowners are now in the home. This is the first time they've been able to enter the home. We are inside of the home with them as they are starting the cleanup and eviction process. They did not have to give Shadidra Romero any type of notice because the judge ordered that she is not a tenant and therefore has no tenant rights. You can see we also had some community members come to help the homeowners clear out her stuff. And that is what is happening now. They have started clearing out the home.
Look at all of this shit in here. Old girl never had plans on leaving. She never had. And then how dumb can you be? So you didn't want none of your stuff? You didn't want none of your stuff. You didn't care about none of your stuff. You knew you had a court date coming up. And you knew that you were probably more than likely going to be evicted from this house. You didn't care. You didn't take any precautions. You didn't get any vans. You didn't call no relatives, say, yo, I need you all to come get my stuff right now. You didn't rent out any U-Hauls to go and pack your shit in. You knew you had a court date coming and you just let the shit sit there in the house so you can make everybody else move it. So you just said, forget everything I own. That's crazy. That's wild.
And putting their unwanted guest out. The home is quite packed. There's no light on in here, so it's a little dark, but there is, or appears to be, some heat on. You can see a lot of candles and oils on the floor. The homeowner has said, just looking at this and the whole situation all around is sad. But she says this is just a moment she had to do because she needs to get her life back in order and on track. Appears to be multiple rooms up here.
Oh, yeah. You got the kids' bedrooms. You got covers on. She didn't make any effort to move anything, y'all. That's insane. If it were me and I knew way ahead of schedule, way ahead of time that I have a court date coming up and it's possible, very possible that the judge is going to tell me that I have to go, I would have been had people come and move my shit out of here. You got your kids' beds in there still made up with covers and sheets on them and pillows and shit. What is wrong with people, yo?
One thing the homeowner said is that it does not look as if she had any plans of ever leaving. It is quite lived in. If you remember, the order that the judge upheld was the agreement Ms. Romero signed to be out of the home by November 15th. Obviously, we know we're nearly a month after.
You got plants in there thriving. Old girl had made up in her mind that she was just not going to leave.
That. And it doesn't appear to have been any signs of clearing out the home. Giving you another look of back. That is Miss Douglas, who all are familiar with, the homeowner.
Yeah, we remember Miss Douglas. Hey, Miss Douglas. She getting her shit out of there.
And we will continue to keep you
Douglas ain't
updated on this continuously developing story.
Yeah, no, this is wild. It's wild that you even have the ability to move, to go and rent out an Airbnb and then decide, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to pay. And not only am I not going to pay, but I'm not leaving. And then move all of your worldly possessions in, board that shit up, and then say, I dare you. You're going to have to go to court to make me leave? You're going to have to take me to court? You're going to have to spend even more money just to make me get out? The laws have to be changed. The legislation has to be changed, yo. There's no way in hell a squatter should have any rights whatsoever, let alone more rights than the actual owner. How the hell did that shake out? Who enacted those laws? Who signed that shit and put that shit into play? Who was behind that? That's what I would want to know. What was the person or persons responsible for giving squatters rights? What the hell? Insane. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about it. Good thing is, at least she's gone now. But the legal ramifications and the financial ramifications of this is absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Y'all can keep that landlord shit. I don't want it. Y'all can keep that y'all can be a landlord. Good luck. Kudos to everybody who's making it happen out there. Kudos to y'all that's out there getting money. Cool. I'm good over here. I'll do it another way. Drop a comment down below, y'all. I'll let y'all in a minute.